Busted.
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 I'll do the silhouette challenge now that's coming out.
The what?
That silhouette challenge.
I don't have TikTok. I'm like the only one who doesn't have TikTok.
Well, I didn't know that, and I just saw it on Instagram.
I don't want China watching me. What the fuck you mean?
And I don't care if those little guys watch me.
We got some more Devil's Backbone, but it's a different kind of Devil's Backbone. We got the Schwartz Bier.
Oh, that didn't work like I wanted it to.
We got the Schwartz Bier.
Yeah, I saw it and I thought Germans, and I was like, this has got to be good.
Is it German?
I don't know. It just sounded German. Schwartz.
Wait, coffee notes.
Coffee notes.
What the fuck is the difference between this and the other stuff?
I don't know. One's an L. It's back there. Look, there's boxes back there. You can look up there. Oh, I gotta fix my mic.
Smooth,
it's rough. Hold
smooth, roasted.
There we go.
Coffee notes.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's pretty good though. Oh shit. I definitely tasted the coffee a little bit in the end. I'm down for this. You don't like it, do you?
They said smooth.
I thought it was smooth. Tastes like coffee.
No, it fucking doesn't.
A little.
I don't like that. The back end of that. God, fuck you. But I gotta finish it.
Just at least one. I don't think I should buy any more beers for a while. We gotta clear those beers out. You know they go bad after a while?
They never go bad.
They do go bad. Beers go bad. I thought they didn't. But then I had to look it up, and then I was like, yo, it's like 9 months or some shit like that.
I don't want to think about it because there's a lot of fucking beer in my fridge. And the last thing I want to do is to have to just pour it all down the sink.
Well, we probably won't do next episode, but like the one after where I'll be able to stay the night, we'll just down the motherfuckers.
Oh yeah. Well,
we're gonna throw up. It's happening. We're puking and and rallying.
Yo, speaking of puking, this is the episode where we're going to be talking about our drunken past. Because boy, oh boy, I just feel it in my titties.
Where should I start? Like just rub the nips.
I just want to remember.
I feel like I definitely have more than you.
I think you have more stories, but I think mine are worse.
Yeah, yours are definitely worse.
Like, I go hard.
Have you ever been sent to the hospital?
No, but I probably should have.
One of them, yes. I think we're equal.
No, I think twice I should have been.
Okay, then you beat me. I got sent once. There's two. I feel like there's definitely one time that you should have gone, but we never sent you. That's
well, that time I already talked about the fireball stories, so I kind of already delved into one of those stories.
Yeah. I think we talked about mine too.
Which one? We delved into it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to delve
But if you were to think of a drunk story that like resonates with you, to where like this is who I am, what would it be?
Oh man, I don't know. I got two. Either I'll start with the first one. This was my UTI days when I was down there.
Urinary tract infection.
Oh Jesus! All right, so I went to a technical school. For those of you that don't know, that's what it is. That's what it stands for. It's Universal Technical Institute.
For them NASCAR boys.
No, the NASCAR was a branch. It was a different one. Like there's different. There's like all right. Anyways, fuck you. So I had a classmate. Me and him were still friends. We're pretty cool. He was like, "Hey, do you want to come to Tennessee with me?" And I was like, "Yeah." There'd be chicks there. Like I'm trying to get the old noodle wet. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to marinate my ramen.
Yeah. But so we went, and then he had a couple of friends, and we had a campfire going. It ended up raining. It was kind of shitty, but we were under this shed, so we were chilling. We were drinking beers. At some point, I don't know what. I think the moonshine got passed around. I think that's what did me in. Yeah, the shine got passed around. I was feeling pretty good. I think we were playing with cards. I don't remember. I kind of remember, but I'm pretty sure there was cards involved. We were playing cards, King's Cup. I'm not sure. I make it up this path. It's like maybe a quarter of a mile. Make it up the path. I get into bed. Next thing I know, I'm being woken up. They're like, dude, you need to get up. You need to get in the shower. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Like, did I just piss myself? That's the first thought I thought. No, there was fucking throw up all over this clean looking bed. These silk sheets. I guarantee they were.
What was the thread count?
I don't know.
Not much after that.
Yeah, I want to say 1,000. I guess that's a high quality thread count. I don't fucking know.
That's decent.
1,200. I don't know. It was nice. It was a nice bed sheet, and I fucking ruined it with my throw up. So they had to take me into the shower. They tried stripping me. I was like, "You want to see my dick?" I thought I was gonna get raped or some shit. And I was like, I got scared. I was like, "What's going on here?" Like people are undressing me. I got in the shower, and then I just woke up and there was a Gatorade beside me. I was like, "Oh, that really
that's nice." They treat you. This is almost like routine. Like they know what they're doing. Like, oh, here's a Gatorade. Like here's a wet nap in case you need it in the middle of the night. Like they treat you like royalty.
Well, I think they were all minors. They were like, they were like 18, and like the one kid, his parents were like, I think doctors or some shit, and so they were like, "Yo, this motherfucker." He was like, "Yo, dude, we gotta clean this shit up. My parents gonna be so pissed." I'm like, "Yeah." I was drunk. I didn't mean to throw up on your bed. Like I was good. I thought I was good, and they cleaned it and everything. So. Shout out for them for doing that. I felt so bad though the next morning because I didn't know them. I was like, man, I just threw up on your bed. I'm sorry, man. Had a good time though. Besides that, I mean, but yeah. And then I slept the whole next day. I was fucking.
Dude, I've been there. Where you've been so hammered out of your mind that like you sleep and then you wake up and you think that it's the next day, but it's actually the day after the next day.
Oh, I've never been that bad.
Well, you were getting there. You're almost there.
Never have I ever been there.
No, really? Don't make me feel alone.
Yeah, no. Like the only time I ever I got close was like I made it towards the end of the next day, and I was like, I actually need to eat now.
Oh, well, that's close enough.
No, I never made it to the day after though.
You almost did. I said close.
I made it to the next bedtime of the next day. Like I was like,
that's close enough. I mean, that's still fucked.
I didn't drink for like a whole like good month after that day though. I was like, oof. Yeah, I was.
Man,
that's why I never
fucked up them bed sheets, dog. Dude, just like how you fucked up my bathroom.
Yeah. Oh, that's another one. This is why I'll never be able to run for like any like official, like
there's video evidence.
Government for anything. Yeah, because he's got video evidence of me doing some dumb shit. I said like I've said some fucked up shit he's got evidence of. You've got some shit that I've said some fucked up shit. Like if anything, if I were to be like I'm running for vice president, I'd be like, no, you're not. Nope, you're done here, Damion.
Twitter.
I feel like if anybody were to ask me like if I ever said like certain words, I'd be like, I can't lie. Like I'd be honest with them, but like, yeah, I've said them.
Might as well get ahead of the curve.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna be like a politician, and be like, yeah.
I don't even know how to spell it.
You know what? I think that's how I win approval ratings is being honest. But like, who hasn't said it? They'd be like, this man's honest.
What do you mean, who hasn't said it?
I'm like, who hasn't said those words? Like, what?
You link everybody involved.
You know what words I've said.
I don't want to get into it.
Yeah. But anyways, are we gonna talk about the bathroom one?
I forget what party was. Okay, so I know it was at my house, my apartment at the time.
Yes.
So what was it? Was that Friendsgiving? That was not Friendsgiving. No.
You did like a barbecue thing.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I did like a summer barbecue.
Yeah.
Okay, and I had a decent amount of friends over, and we're all fine. I think even I puked that night, but
you puked before me. I was still.
Yeah, I remember. So Corey, we were drinking a bunch of mixed drinks and all that stuff, or
trash cans.
We were drinking trash cans. Then all of a sudden, Corey just goes, "Hey." Gives me a shot of Maker's Mark and goes, here you go. And my dumb ass said, okay. And so I just take a good old swig on that boy. That was the first time in my life I have drank something or inhaled something into my system And before the entire thing in my mouth got down, I instantly threw up.
You're like, this is not gonna settle.
The smell is what killed it for me. But once I smelled it, I could already feel everything wanting to come out. But the moment that hit the back of my throat and that bitterness of the whiskey, it was like it was like a fucking cannon.
Nope, this is coming back up.
It's like Shia LaBeouf and Fury. Like, and one. It was fucking nutty.
Just quick. Because
I remember everyone was like celebrating. And they were like, "Whew, that was a good shot." And I'm sitting over, we're like, and I'm the only one throwing up while they're all celebrating. So I remember puking later that night, and my girlfriend helped me, which was very thoughtful. But then, I woke up.
Your bathroom being repainted.
No, hold on. Let's paint the picture.
Let's start from my perspective. Hold on. Let's go from my perspective first, and
sure.
then we'll go to your perspective.
Sure.
So we had all these trash cans and stuff.
And if nobody knows what a trash can is, an Irish trash can has a fuck ton of liquor in it.
With Red Bull.
And it's the most dangerous thing on the planet.
But it's delicious.
And it's delicious.
Gets you
and
fucked up quick, too.
Oh, at one for most people. Continue.
Yeah. So anyways, I did that. I don't know how many I had, but I think I had 2.
Enough.
Yeah, I had enough to do the deed. So I fell asleep, but I guess somehow my brain was like, yo, you're about to throw up. Wake the fuck up now. So I woke up and I stormed off into the bathroom. I think Corey was like, hey, you all right? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm about to go throw up. Like, I was calm about it. Like, I knew what was happening. I was like, all right. And I got to the toilet in time. I thought in time.
That's like, rewind. You thought you got to the toilet in time.
And I threw up in what I thought was the toilet. And then I threw myself in the bathtub because this was my first rodeo.
I'm imagining you at missing the tub, or I'm imagining you missing the toilet and then doing a barrel roll all in one fucking move.
No, it wasn't like as fluid as that.
I know, but what if it was? You're like, oh fuck.
Like I did it. Like I threw up, and as soon as I got done, I was like, all right, I know I'm gonna throw up again. I might as well just I don't know. I can't keep like my balance. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go to the bathtub. So I threw myself in the bathtub, and then I threw up again, and then. I think I got some on my shirt, and Corey's like, dude, you got something on your shirt? I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why I'm in the bathtub, Corey. I prepared. Like, I thought ahead about this. And he's like, dude, you missed the toilet. I'm like, no, I didn't. I aimed that shit, like, perfectly down. He's like, yeah, you went down into it. And I'm like, no, yeah, I didn't.
You pulled a Wolf of Wall Street. No, that's not what happened.
Oh, God. And then I woke up. I still didn't believe him until, like, the next day.
So we showed you photo evidence.
Oh, my God. That.
Yeah, so the next day when I walk out of my room, Corey's like almost right there to greet me.
Yeah, because we were both up, yeah.
Dylan, so there was an incident in the bathroom last night. Don't worry, I cleaned it, which I still say to this day he cleaned it half-ass, but you know what? Yeah, because
there's some shit still like...
I appreciate the thought. But he was like, but you need to see this. And he showed me a picture. And just to give you guys an idea of what it looks like. You ever, when you see artists and like they get a paintbrush and they just put the paint on it and then they flick it. They flick it onto the canvas. And they're like, that's art. To me, your puke on my wall almost looked like a wave in the ocean.
It did, like it was coming down.
It was like this. It was like, honestly, like you could have put a sticker of a surfer there, and I wouldn't have thought of the difference. I thought someone just painted the wall and put a surfer there.
Because I had the potential. Had I just held it for a second longer, I would have made most of it into the toilet. But I just couldn't, and it just went.
But the best part of the picture
was me in the tub.
There was puke over the toilet. It looked like almost to the point where it looks like from that picture angle, it was overflowing with throw up. And then you see the beautiful ocean waves of vomit and alcohol. And then all of a sudden, in the corner of the bathtub, do you see Damien's fucking head? Just.
I'm knocked out, just cold.
Gunzo. You are you were beyond redemption that night.
Yeah, that was before he told me to get out of my clothes, and I was like, all right.
Yeah. And then,
he's like, here's a pair of
and
shorts.
then he said, I took over. I said, Damion, get the fuck in the tub. He said he told you that.
That's what he said. He told, but I was like, no, I was already like propelling myself into the tub. Like I knew I was gonna get worse. I was like, all right, because I was too tired. Like I knew as I kept throwing up, I was too tired. I was like, I'm gonna throw up on myself, but I don't want to throw up over the toilet. I might as well just throw up on myself in the tub so I can just clean myself off.
Right.
I'm thinking here. my drunk mind was thinking. I think.
I think so.
I can't. Sober me can't talk to drunk me. All right.
Yeah, we don't get pewed.
Yeah.
Man, I have a lot of stories, but I just don't know where to start.
Oh, Neff and Kindles?
Neff and Kindles. No, we're not going. No.
For me?
For you?
Yeah.
Or for me? Like.
For me, I just spilled water everywhere. Then I got home and just threw up.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that. That was just like a normal drunk day. I'm talking like.
Yeah, it was a casual drunk.
I'm talking like. Okay, so there was one time I was talking to this one girl, and she invited me over to her like family gathering.
Yeah.
And her parents just got married. It was like their after party. I wouldn't say the reception, but it might have been the reception for all I knew. So what happened is I pull up and then I see the entire cul-de-sac is just like this party for these people's wedding. And I'm like, yo, you know who I'm getting at, and I'm not saying names. So hold the fucking phone.
Like I said, is it with the? Okay, we can't because we know people that listen to this. All right.
So
yeah, you gotta tread light water here, man.
Hey man, I don't give two fucks anymore. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Say some shit I already know what happened. So what happens is I see this pickup truck, and this pickup truck has so much Bud Light. I've never seen a truck full of Bud Light to that fucking extent. Like, it was insane, Damion.
Oh, was it?
I've never seen so much Bud Light purchased in my life.
Jesus. It was cheap, so I mean.
They said they ransacked all of the stores in town that day and more. Jesus. They went to like Walmart, bought all their Bud Light that they fucking had.
Did people drink it? It
was so unnecessary. No, they didn't drink it all. It was so unnecessary. But it was cool. It was. So I'll let it slide.
But a lot of money wasted.
Yes. So I remember us, all partying and all that. And then they break out the moonshine. And at that point, I've never had moonshine before. And holy God, maybe I shouldn't ever again, because that shit is dangerous.
Moonshine's delicious and you will be dead.
It was soaking in lemons. And I was just eating the lemons like they were fucking candy. And boy, I've never had my meter immediately just go from this to fucking broken.
Dude.
Instantly. Even with Fireball. The Fireball one, like, I felt fucked up at first, but it gave me a good 30 minutes to like, oh, you're destroyed. The moonshine, because of, again, the fruit, I had like 2 or 3 mason jars of it within like a 10-minute span. Because they had like coolers full of this shit.
Yeah.
I was gone within an instant. I was just, woo at the fucking family reunion that I've never met any of these people. I'm dancing with grandmothers.
Where was I at for all this?
You weren't there at all.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I think you were at college at the time.
Damn.
I was dancing with family members. I'm like, yo, like, I felt like I was part of the fucking family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. And then, on top of that, so then we go upstairs into the kitchen where there's supposed to be more booze. And then they break out those boxes, the cheap ass wine. With like, it's like the fucking 60 glasses a box for $9.99. We drank 2 of those. Us alone. Do you understand how terrible that is? You know how drunk I have to be to do that? But it wasn't like red wine. It was like the stuff like, what is it called? Like we usually drink. What's that one wine that you not know what I'm talking about? The one that Taylor always gets. It's like really it's full of sugar.
I don't know what it is, but I like how it tastes.
It's really sweet.
Yeah, it is.
I think it starts with an M, but anyway. So we drank two cartons of those, and it was not a good mix.
Ugh.
I was probably in the bathroom for a solid hour,
Throwing up.
and I had to shoot. Like, I remember her coming up to me and being like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Taking a shit."
Leave me be.
I'm like, taking a shit. She was, "That's nasty," and I'm like, and she's like, "I thought you." I said, "I am. I'm taking a really massive shit."
I feel like the saying you threw up was a bit better.
I know, but that was my thought. I was drunk, dude. Like, I was just like, yo, I'm taking a massive dookie right now. You need to back away from the door 6 feet.
Because you can brush your teeth. You can be like, all right, I'm good to go.
No. I think I had some gum or something. I don't know. But and then I tried to make my moves in front of the dad.
Bad
That
move.
did not work out.
Bad move.
Bad move. He just looked at me and said, "I'll rip your dick off." I went, "Yes, sir." Yeah, good. And so he went in the bedroom and they all just went to bed and left us out there alone. Nothing happened.
Aw.
Damn. But you know what?
Oh, shucks.
Oh, shucks. But you know what? I think because you know why it didn't happen? Because I passed the fuck out the moment because he went back there and I think she was like, "All right, Dylan, come on, let's." And I'm just
done, out, cold.
You did this to me, bitch.
You got me fucked up. It's your fault.
It's the fucking wine.
It's like a fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Is that what I think? It's Catalina wine.
Oh my
I
god.
think it was. Those fucking boxes, dude. Those fucking Catalinas.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Those things will destroy your insides. And they're so sugary, but that's why they're like tolerable. But yeah, that's like one of the only wine stories I have.
I never get drunk off of wine.
I know, because the moment you touch wine, you're like, eh.
Yeah, I'm not a wine guy.
We need to go to a wine tasting and get your reaction. Like, you need to like talk in front of everybody when you taste wine and do the craziest analogies.
Just like, do you want me to just
Like, it tastes like if Bigfoot.
I can taste the fragrance
It tastes like if Bigfoot
of the sweaty feet
got
and the dirty jock straps dipped in honey.
It's like if Bigfoot got his jockstrap, dipped it in honey, and then sauteed it with a side of onion.
And then dragged it across some dirt.
And I taste those caramel notes.
The caramel notes.
The caramel notes.
The oatiness.
The oats. The coffee notes. But yeah, that's one of my older stories. There was one where I almost flooded the house I was living in at the time. You were involved with that one because you brought me home. So we were at our friend LJ's, and I was going through again some more shit at the time. So I was like, I'm just gonna lay off some steam.
Isn't that where you puked over the balcony?
I'm getting there.
Oh, okay, so
You're jumping the gun, motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
All right, spoiler alert, I puke on the fucking balcony.
That's it. That's over. God damn it.
No, it's not fucking over. It is not over. That is that's the best shit I've done all night. So I puke over the balcony. What do we have? I think we had
Some trash cans.
No, we didn't. We had Bacardi. We had Bacardi and lemonade. That's what I had.
I had a trash can.
Bacardi and lemonade the entire night, and my God, it was so tasty. And it didn't taste tasty coming up, but I remember you bringing me home because it wasn't even that late. But I think because I was that fucked up. You brought me home, and then you just dropped me off with my head over the bathtub while the water was running. So, long story
I
short,
didn't leave you in the bathtub. I dropped you off at the house.
you brought me up into the bathroom and you said, and I quote, "Dylan, I gotta go. Talk to you later, buddy." You left me. That's the last thing I remember.
Okay.
I wake up naked, and then all of a sudden I hear a little girl screaming, "Ah!" You might be wondering, what the fuck? So it turns out the person I was living with at the time's family was over. And all his little cousins were over. his little cousin happened to stumble upon my puke massacre in a flooding bathroom.
Damn.
I overflowed because the bathtub was left on all night. All night.
That's all you, man. I didn't have no part in that.
Do you understand that, like, how terrible I felt?
Dude, I'm pretty sure I just dropped you off.
By the way, my last roommate, Ethan, that was my introduction to him, being known as the guy who puked in the bathtub and overflowed it. That was my hi, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm that guy.
He said he instantly thought I was a fuck up. Like he goes, I'm staying clear of this motherfucker because that guy's insane. And he goes, like, when he actually talked to me, he was like, wow, like you're actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I know. Just going through, just left the bathtub on. You know what I'm saying?
And then we partied together.
Oh, we'll get to that.
That was a great party.
But then I had to bring someone out to like see if there was water damage because you could down in the kitchen you could see a fucking water spot in the ceiling.
Holy shit!
There was no water damage though, because he said I got it on time. I was like, I'm about 10 hours fucking too late, but yeah, I guess I caught it on time, dog.
Yeah, what?
But he said he put like some special fans or something up there, and he said that just check it in the next check it tomorrow, and if it's not a certain color, you're good. So it wasn't, and that was that.
Boom.
But it started some shit between me and my old landlord, and
yeah.
I'm a good tenant.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Except for that.
Except for that.
That one time.
But yes, so speaking of my old landlord, we all were partying one time, and holy God, it was the craziest. We got to tell almost every detail, not one detail, but every detail.
Yeah. there's one detail. There's one detail. We just got like we definitely get kicked out.
So you started out.
Shit, I don't even remember how it started.
You were just coming over to chill for like an hour or two.
Yeah,
that's literally how it was. You brought over a 6-pack of Angry Orchard. That's how we usually did things. And then we were just gonna chill in my room or whatever.
Yeah, and then that's when Ethan came down.
That's when Ethan. That's
the first time I met him.
That was after my fuck up.
Yeah. That's the first time I met him. I'm like, yo, dude, you want to chill down here and have a couple beers?
And he was like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, like we're actually communicating. He doesn't hate me anymore.
Yeah. So we did that. Then we just chilled. Then we got more beer. And that's when
yeah, because I convinced you, because you were like, man, I gotta go home because you didn't want to stay that long. I'm like, come on, dude, say fuck it in the face of adversity. And you're like, all right, because we live right near a food line, so we just drove right to the food line and came right back.
Yeah, you know, I'd be like, all right, let's fucking go then. All right, I'm down. So we did that, and then we got more, and then that's when your landlord came, and then we just kept drinking more.
And at that time, like I said, it was going through some shit, but for the most part, he was still cool. You know, like he was still cool to hang out with and talk to. And
then we just kept drinking and just talking about shit. And the next thing you know, somehow the conversation led. Well, I kind of know how the conversation, but we can't talk about how the conversation led to the porch. Like there's like a big like transition. We started talking about like religion and shit like that. To be honest with you, I don't remember half, like 3/4 of that shit.
Know, but like
I was so drunk. I was like,
remember,
what?
I remember because me and Ethan were talking.
I was talking about my ass most of the time.
We were talking about the most random bullshit in the world. Me and Ethan, like it was so far from your conversations. And all of a sudden I turn to Muhammad and all I hear is, okay, dude, but that's not how Allah works.
Dude, me and him were so in
I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, Ethan, and like, what's going on here? And he's like,
dude, I don't even know, dude.
He goes, yeah. And I just remember you getting so heated at one point because you're like, no.
I wasn't heated. Like,
no. You were just really into the conversation.
I do get passionate about conversations, whether I'm drunk or sober, if I can English. Like, just because, like, interacting with someone that knows more information than I do, trying to, like, ask them questions and them ask their questions about my perspective and stuff. I just like that give and take of stuff. Also, I was drunk, so I was saying some shit out my ass. I had no idea. Yeah, we were talking about stars at one point. I was like, yeah, the stars, man. This fucking, I don't know. Dude, it just got crazy.
Yo, that fucking Milky Way. Do you think he's religious?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I think I was talking about sometimes like something about like, is your life predestined or is it like, is there free will?
Yeah, I think you were like, so like, what happens after
like death and shit like that? Yeah. I'm so pieced together now. Yeah.
Yeah, you were like asking them like, so what happens to you all? You're like, dude. We were segregating.
I wasn't segregating.
I know, but we're segregating what happens post death.
It was like a religion thing, like his religion. Like, so what happens with your religion?
So you
like,
go this way, and we just go that way.
Do you guys like reincarnate? Is that like?
Yeah, I remember you being. Yeah,
I was being kind of sarcastic. I'm like, do you guys just like you'd be like, can you choose, or is it like a lottery pig? Like, fuck, I'm the fucking squirrel, damn it. Fuck! Someone shoot me, please.
God damn, I'm a fucking scorpion. No one likes a fucking scorpion.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it was really late, and then you were drunk off your.
Dude, I was fucking trash.
And
I ended up crawling up the steps.
Yeah. So the house that we were in at the time was pretty large, and all of a sudden, Damion just dips in the middle of the conversation. Like he was just. It's like if I was just talking, I was. And he just runs away, right?
See, I know when it's time for me to go to bed. I think that's what it is.
And I'm like, whoa. So I'm like, all right, guys, night. And so I follow you, and you are crawling up the steps on all fours. And then when we get to the top, it's like you get your nails, and you're digging your way to my bedroom. Yes.
Jesus.
But at the same time, magically, you were on the phone calling Taylor.
Army crawling that motherfucker.
And you know what you said?
Oh, we can do a three-way? Yeah. Something like that.
No,
yeah.
you're like, babe, listen, I really want to do that three-way.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, what three-way? And I'm like, Taylor, hi.
No, this was early relationship.
I like had one conversation with her. I was like, Taylor, hi, listen, he's really fucked up right now.
Yeah.
So am I. So we're going to go to bed, okay? Listen, he'll be all better in the morning. She's like, you can keep him for all I fucking care.
Yeah, click. Yeah, that was early relationship. Now, now I'm engaged.
With children.
With children.
So about that three-way.
Yeah, about that three-way, right?
Which, again, there was no conversation, apparently.
No, there wasn't. I don't fucking know. I don't remember.
It was in your fucking dreams.
Maybe. Whatever.
Hey.
Guess a man can dream, I suppose.
Can't knock, I tried it.
Yeah.
I mean, God damn you.
Hey, what's the worst that can happen? Just say no.
That was a hard fucking no.
Hey.
That was fucking. What's that fucking show? Shark something.
Shark Tank?
Shark Tank, yeah.
That's a no for me.
It's no for me.
Fucking. You know who's not the savior of the people?
Wall Street.
Robinhood.
Well.
No, I mean, yeah.
That kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
So.
How do you want to dive into them?
Let's think of a curse word that applies to how Robinhood's acting.
You're fucking dog shit. Fuck you, you worthless piece of shit.
Yeah, you. Yeah, you cunt.
You cunt. You know, I'm really surprised you said that before me. Damn, that's like my go-to word.
Cunt is my favorite word.
Right? It's such a beautiful word.
It's like when I say cunt, it's just an imaginary like machete appears in my hands and it cuts everything in that fucking weed path.
Yeah, Taylor, like for my top words, like no matter what it is, like quick responses, like cheeky, cunt,
cheeky cunt.
Yeah, like cheeky cunt, and I don't know what the third one's like. You dirty bastard or some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know. You dirty bastard. But yeah, Robinhood's being a bunch of cucks. And can you tell me why?
You mean cook? You mean cunts?
Cunts.
They're being a bunch of cunts.
Cucks. Cunts. Same thing.
Well, because like they had a thing where if you don't know what's happening,
we're not experts on this stuff, but
like, I don't know the full details. So something happened with a bunch of hedge fund guys.
Reddit, obviously, most people know this, that Reddit did a bunch of things with the stocks. They're raising a bunch of stocks with GameStop and AMC.
Well, because they're doing it because the hedge fund guys were betting against the under. So, like, if GameStop hit like
a bunch of people bought a bunch of fucking shares.
Yeah, because they drove it up so the hedge funds would lose money.
And once they bought it back, they would all lose money. Yes.
Yeah, because they got to hold it for a certain point because like because the hedge funds were like saying like, hey, if it drops below $3, since we're going to buy a lot, we're going to jack it back up. I don't know. I burped away then blew in it. Well, anyways, so like they got pissed off because like, you know what? Fuck you guys. We're going to jack it up. So that's pretty much what they did. And then they were gonna let it go. They like when the first spike happened, there was like 30 or whatever, something like that. They were like, all right, whatever. But then I think the hedge fund guy said something else. They were like, you know what, fuck you, pretty much. Like, you guys are just angry little toddlers or whatever. Like, you know what, fuck you guys. All right, now we're gonna jack this up even more. And that's pretty much that's why it was like 300. And then that's when Robinhood stepped in, was like, because everybody was buying the stocks like crazy. AMC, Nokia, BlackBerry, GameStop, and AMC were like the big two.
God, I should have invested in AMC when I fucking said.
I know, right? But like those two, and then Robinhood put a block on it all. Thursday, no one could buy anything Thursday.
They could only sell if they had it.
Yeah. And then that's when Robinhood got all these lawsuits on them, which they rightfully deserve because like, I get it, it's volatile because you're like that huge markup. Like I feel like it was most like they were worried about losing their own.
GameStop as of right now
it's probably like
$325 a share.
That's crazy because everyone's holding.
Yep.
Everyone's gonna hold. They're gonna hold till Monday, and then they're gonna sell. It's gonna drop. Monday or Tuesday is probably gonna drop.
Yep.
I could be wrong. I could be. It might somehow miraculously stay up. I don't know. I don't see into the future. I don't have my crystal ball.
And AMC stocks as of right now.
It's like $13.
$13.26. Yes.
Yeah, see, because I could only buy one stock of AMC because I was gonna buy like $600 worth of AMC stock because of everything that was happening. I was like, yo,
I was so gonna do it.
They were gonna jack this shit up, but I can only buy one stock because Robinhood. Not only did they restrict, they said you can only sell Thursday, but today they were like you can only buy a couple stocks of AMC because they didn't want it because you know what they're doing? They're protecting the fucking.
Even Robinhood has done as much to make sure that most people can't buy crypto, certain things of crypto. I was trying to buy crypto this morning, and they literally this morning around the time it was around 9 a.m. or something. They put a block on certain. They had crypto restrictions. Like if you're a new user or you don't have a lot of experience, you just couldn't buy it at all.
Yeah,
And again, I don't have a lot of experience. I was just delving into it, but I was kind of delving into it a little bit before this stuff anyway.
Like I get it. Like part of me gets it because they were kind of like trying to protect the people that were trying to buy this stuff.
They're protecting their ass.
Yeah, well, hold on, because I get it. Part of it, like a little bit, because like if some new user was like, "Oh fuck, this shit's like spiking up," they think that hey, it's gonna keep going up, but it's not. It's doing the short sell. They're gonna jack up the price real fast, and then they're gonna just drop it all. And that's pretty much, but like another part is like Robinhood was saving their own ass. That's 90% what Robinhood was doing, was saving their own ass.
Did you see what everybody was doing? They were review bombing, and then Apple, being the corporate fucking people they are, they removed all those 1-star reviews that were about that. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So like it's back to like 4.5 out of 5 stars.
I mean, it's a good app except for like this big blemish. Like this hurts a lot because they took the freedom out of the people's hands. They gave the people, because like I get it, like some stocks aren't listed on NASDAQ or other. They're like, hey, you can't, even though they have it, they're like, hey, you can't buy this or sell this, like unless you're actually a brokerage firm or whatever. But like stocks like these, they were like, hey, you can have these, but then it was like all of a sudden like, no, you can't buy these now. But like they cornered the market. Like literally what we did, like what they're saying we did was corner the market. Like that's what they did. They were like, hey, they took it out of the people's hands. They're like, these are the only people that can buy and sell.
But what they did was they have proven that the rich own us. We already kind of knew that.
Oh yeah.
But this just proves that if you have enough money or Wall Street, it doesn't matter. They've been ripping off people. That's how they got to where they are.
Yeah, and that's
by
one
ripping
thing.
off people. And so this just proves that, like, for example, if you win the lottery, they could just tell you no.
Yeah. Government takes half that shit off the top anyway.
Regardless, they could just be like, do you make $35K a year? You're like, I make more than $35K. Yeah, well, then you shouldn't have it. You won, but you shouldn't have it because we determine that. We'll make up the rules as we go along.
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And also, never bet against the internet. I don't know why people seem to want. When you tell the internet not to do something, they will do it more than when you didn't like them doing it in the first place.
And that's pretty much like what like a bunch of I saw like one guy he threw it off. He's like, it's a bunch of angry toddlers.
Yeah,
like going against. It's like you're getting mad because they played you at your own game. I was behind the curve, but like the Sky Bet, whatever the fuck they're called again, I don't know. It's like Wall Street Bets. That's what they're called. That's the forum. whatever they did, it was just like they played you at your own game. Even though they're financial guys too, they're like, fuck you, you're cornering. All those people, those rich people, are cornering the market. They were literally like fluctuating like what could be bought and sold and stuff like that. And then it's like they flipped it. They were like, because GameStop was going to crash.
And the moment that the consumers control the market, they don't like that.
Yeah,
they want to be the dealer. That's it.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of them, like one of them claimed, he's like, they're messing with people's lives. And it's like, you do this for a living. You should have
been smarter.
Yeah, you should have.
You lost the bet, dog.
As soon as you saw it was rising, you should have dropped out. Like what? Like that was your call. Like you chose to stay in there, and like now you're gonna owe billions of dollars. That's why that one hedge firm is probably gonna shut down.
The one that was crying all over TV. There was one that was like saying how
that's what I'm talking about.
They were attacked.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he's like, we were attacked. Like, no, you weren't. Get the fuck up. Get over it.
Yes. A billionaire was attacked.
Yeah. I get it.
Financially.
I get it. You probably lost a good bit of money, but not enough to be like, you probably lost more than what I make in 2 years. But you probably still will. You will get that back quicker than I would.
If I made $1 billion off stocks, I'd get out of stocks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you made it. You made it to the promised land.
Yeah.
Why do you need to go
$1 billion,
further?
man? You're way above the, like, if I got like 100 million, I'd be like, well, that's the promised land. That's 10 million's the promised land.
I know, but I know, I get that. But $1 billion is starting to become the new million. It really is.
Yeah.
So I'm saying from rich people's perspective, like that's it. That's all you fucking need.
Yeah.
A lot of people can make, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million work for their entire lives. But let's face it, most billionaires and millionaires aren't that smart. Because you see all these NFL players, for example, their money runs out like a year or two after they leave the league.
Some, yeah.
And they're multimillionaires. So they just don't know how to financially invest or things like that. But if you are a billionaire and you have all your earnings solely rested on every move in the stock market, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Why would you have so
that's why Warren Buffett's worth so much. That dude definitely did some insider trading. No matter what anybody says, before all the rules came out, like, hey, you can't do this, that dude definitely has some insider trading, become the richest stockbroker guy to read it. Like, I get it, he was a smart dude, but at the same time, like, that guy knew some shit before it got released.
Bill Belichick's a smart dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's cheated. Like, it is what it is. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes you got to play a little dirty. Like, some people don't like hearing that. Some people don't like hearing that someone cheated or, cheated the system.
NASCAR cheats all the time, man.
But that goes for life, sports, whatever the case.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to, like you're talking about Warren Buffett, like, sometimes to be successful, you got to play fucking dirty.
I mean, you're not really... I mean, Belichick was actually kind of cheating. But, like NASCAR and Warren Buffett, they weren't really cheating yet. They were just, like, thinking outside the rules. They went around... like what was like, hey, this is the guideline. They were like, it doesn't say this though.
Right, yeah.
They were like, we're going to go around that. Bill Belichick kind of was just like, let's not get caught.
Yeah. And then we eventually get caught in the worst fucking ways possible.
Let's video the other team say it's for something. We're actually trying to get this. Like,
let's videotape the only team in the league without a win.
Yeah. Just, that's crazy. But that's what blew me off. Because like I saw it and I was like, why? They're definitely gonna get sued out the ad. I mean, they are getting lawsuits, but still,
it's crazy. I don't know. Do they survive this?
Robinhood? I mean, it's not the first time they've been sued. This is actually the second time. I saw something where they got sued for like $68 million for.
That's nothing. That's nothing for a thing like Robinhood.
I mean, when they were kind of starting up, kind of is. They got sued for violating security and something act or whatever.
That's a little different, but it's crazy. It just shows you that like that's my whole point. Like I give you the example about the lottery. It just makes me so upset that like you could do everything you were supposed to do financially. You could have made smart decisions. And all of a sudden someone just tells you no.
Yeah.
I'm irate about that because I know some people who invested in the GameStop stock and AMC stock before all this stuff went down. And for those people who invested, granted, even I who suggested that to some people, I didn't think it was going to get this high. Where AMC is now at 13, I said when movie theaters open back up, I can see it being at like 9 or 10. But if you buy each share at $2, you're still like, if you buy 500 shares at $2, you know, and it goes up to fucking $8-9, you're still making bank.
Yeah, making good money. Yeah.
So, you know, the GameStop one is.
That's a fluke.
It's a fluke. To me, I wouldn't have even suggested going that route because
they're still going to go bankrupt.
That store is going to be obsolete in the next couple of years. It's overtaken by, first off, digital.
I feel like it'd be alright if they threw PC in there. They only have Xbox and Nintendo and PlayStation.
But then they just become a micro center. A micro center is literally built around PC building and PC parts and all that stuff. Their sole market is used games, and no one. I do, but I'm not the bigger market. Most people buy their games digitally.
Yeah, no, that sucks because we're gonna eventually. They're gonna eventually all go digital, and that's the one thing I hate about digital games is because like PlayStation or Xbox can just one day be like, we're taking this off,
and people don't fucking get that. Like, so for example, like I think it was the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game I always bring up because that is one of them. I don't know if it was on PlayStation or Xbox. It might have been both. Where Activision was just like, yeah, we don't want to do this digitally anymore. They just removed it from the store.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the people who own that got it revoked. I don't think so. I think if you still bought it, like
you still got it.
But even so, like you're paying to borrow the rights.
See, the thing is though, I lost my add-ons for Mafia 2 for PS3. When I went back and I played it, I had my add-ons. I was like, oh, dude. Because I paid money for my add-ons. That's why another reason why I don't like doing digital stuff because like my add-ons weren't there. I was like, what the fuck? Because I want to play Joe's Adventures where he just fucks around and fucks shit up. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That kind of pissed me off. I mean, that's just one instance. Like, I don't know. People probably have instances like that where they're just like, they lose their game or shit like that. I don't know. It just bugs me.
It bugs me too. It's, again, it's all about, you know, people who make smart investments and then they don't reap their rewards. And then these fucking rich assholes decide, you know what? This is how I'm feeling today. When you got rich off the very thing that these other people are trying to get rich off of.
Look, I'll bring this up. It's a bad thing to bring up, but I kind of, you know, the riots and everything like that. Yeah. Both sides, when the White House riots and George Floyd and everything like that. And like how like one side was like, hey, they're protesting, they're trying to speak their voice, and the other side was like, no, they're being violent, and then vice versa, both sides. Mm-hmm. Like, and then politicians and the media are swaying everything. It's like, you don't realize you're all being a bunch of puppets for the media and politicians because they'll be like, because they want you to be silent no matter either cause. Like when like everyone stormed the Capitol building. Was it wrong? Yes, but they used their voice. Like I support like both causes in that. Like even though they were like they went too far in the extreme, they like as people were like, we're not going to be silent anymore and let you guys control the situations anymore. Like we're going to speak up. Like we're going to throw matters into our own hands. You know what I mean?
I suppose. And like I said, I think that you can protest. I'm all for the right to protest, but for me, like I guess my whole viewpoint on that thing is again, I think that what they were protesting was silly. I mean, like to think that you're the only president, or to think that this was the only presidential election that had voter fraud is asinine. And you know, and
yeah, my bad. That's what I'm saying. Like I said that, like we talked about that last time. I was like, yeah, that's ridiculous. Why would you storm the Capitol? Like they should have done it peacefully. And the same thing with the George Floyd thing. They shouldn't have fucking burned their own.
But my point between the two was at least one of the reasonings of one of the protests made sense. Again, I don't agree with the violence on either. I don't agree with the way they went about things on
made more sense than the other.
But one made more sense than the other.
Yeah.
One is like, you know, a bunch of people fighting for rights and things like that. You know, someone just died.
Yeah.
In a really weird, twisted way, and you have one side going, yeah, but the guy who we wanted as president lost.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like a good enough reason to get thousands of people together, in my personal opinion.
And then storm the Capitol. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
No, like at least one had like a a fucking reason behind
legit
it.
cause behind. Yeah,
That's my point. Like one of it's just like these were adults.
Yeah, storming. Yeah, a lot of them got arrested and stuff like that. Which I mean,
they should. I'd be more surprised if they didn't. But I don't know, man. The world's a crazy fucked up place. But speaking of fucked up, let's get fuckered.
Let's get fuckered.
Yes, you have nothing in there, do you?
No, I finished mine.
I
I finished mine pretty quick, actually. I feel like if we did this, how far are we in right now?
50 minutes.
50? Oh, I definitely finished in 20 minutes. Then I finished this very early.
It's gonna be a short episode.
Well, we're already 50 minutes in. That's pretty good. But we're not short yet. But I will tell you what is short and piece of shit. My fucking son. Look, I love my kids, but I almost drop kicked a motherfucker.
Stop that! You can't say shit like that with liquids in my mouth.
I almost went Sparta on this motherfucker, straight up. Ooh. I talk shit about parents being awful parents, how they are.
Yeah, then you want to punt your kid. Yeah.
I want to punt my kid. Hold on.
Can I hold him as a T? Like the guy.
Obviously, yeah.
I'll pull a Romo.
Here, let me get honest with you. Let me get in the stance. Let me get the posture and everything. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So, my thing is, it's one thing to say that your kid pissed you the fuck off and you just want to punt them, and then actually doing it. All right? I'm the one that just says it, but's not going to actually, drop kick my fucking kid. There's a couple times where I'll push them a little too hard. No, seriously. We're playing around. One of them, Carson, he'll come up behind you, just smack you right in the cheek. He'll throw his arm, and I'll be like, I'll just come around, just throw him over my shoulder, and just what the hell? And it's and play with him. But Parker, he just does not sleep.
Damn.
Yeah, he'll fight it through tooth and nail. I can sleep through it for the most part. Taylor, on the other hand, not so much. And she gets aggravated about it, which gets me aggravated about it because I feel bad because she needs to sleep. And I'm just like, all right. So, and we're trying to find the solutions for dealing with it because Parker, what happened was Carson had a dirty diaper and we had to change it. And he started crying. So it woke up Parker. So we got...
Of course it did.
Yeah. So we got him bottles. And this usually works. Give him a bottle, pass out in 20 minutes. This motherfucker stayed up for a whole hour just crying. And
he's persistent.
That's what I said. I said the same thing when I was laying in the bed. I was looking up. I was like, "Well, he's got one thing going for him. He's persistent. It'll die down and it'll be like,
it's a roller coaster of emotion,
and just keeps going. Then he gets it 100. Then he's like, all right, let me bring it back down to 10. He's like, then I'll stop, and I'm like, wait for it, and then I'll just count, and it's five. It's usually 5-10 seconds. He'll do 3 more, and he just keeps going. He didn't stop. He just kept going, which surprised me. I was like, damn. But
wow.
it just got us mad. And we're like, you motherfucker. So I tried coddling him, and I was like, yo. He wasn't having it. I'm like, all right, motherfucker. At that point, I was like,
it's on.
I was getting heated, but I was like,
so
all right.
let Donkey Kong, motherfucker.
I was like, all right, whatever. I calmed down. I was like, look, so you can't control your emotions, clearly, because I'm getting angry, so I can't control mine too well. So I know damn well a baby can't control his. But I was like, bro, you gotta know you gotta sleep. You would think as a baby, there's a couple things you do in this right now. You shit, sleep, and eat.
Just think, you literally have to make sure that he has a sleep schedule, that he shits properly, he eats properly, and he's breathing properly.
Yeah,
that's great. But just think what I just said. That's crazy.
I gotta keep this motherfucker alive.
2 of them.
I couldn't keep my Nintendo puppy alive. How do you expect?
Yo, I killed that son of a bitch all the time. It's like, I didn't feed him on time.
See, they weren't really die. They just came back, and they seemed like I had one where
They'd always be resurrecting.
Yeah, somehow they always seemed like they were happy to see you. Like, dude, you're still alive. Like, if this was a real dog, you'd be dead.
Nintendo trying to give me a try again mode. I'm like, no, this ain't real life.
I can't just restart this button on this dog.
It'd be funny if they made a game to where once you die, that's it. Like imagine like
oh my god.
Imagine you just could not play again unless you bought it again. That would be so like it wouldn't be the hardest game. Here's the thing. It wouldn't be the hardest game in the world, but if you did die, that was it.
No. You got a point. Not the whole buy a new game thing, but like, what if you died
And you have to restart it from.
You had to restart from the beginning. No matter what level, like where you were at, like we're not going like the old school where it's like the checkpoint saves. Like no, you're doing like a life thing.
Yeah, like you gotta fucking survive this shit.
Like you live 20 years dead. It's like, oh, you made it to 80 years dead. It's like fuck.
Imagine Assassin's Creed, and then all of a sudden you get to like sequence 14, and then you die in the boss. You die in the boss battle, and it's like, listen, the only way is if you restart it. And then you got to find the 100 feathers, even though you were at 98.
Oh, dude. A controller would be through the TV. Like, hands down.
Yo, I never, and I always say, I don't condone throwing of electronics. I think if you throw a controller, you're a fucking moron.
Oh, my God.
I've always said that.
You know, when I was younger, I did.
But if there was games like that,
that's deep.
I would
that's deep in the game too. Holy shit!
I would configure my controller into a goddamn boomerang and just hope to God it comes back at me. If it doesn't, it's probably for the better.
I don't think you put like the scale magnitude. Like the people that will listen to this will not understand like the depth of Assassin's Creed. Like you make it that far,
dog. Well, not even okay. Think of something further. Like imagine like.
That's pretty. What do you mean, Assassin's Creed 2? That's a pretty long game.
Imagine you getting like to the end of Skyrim and then losing the last like.
I thought Skyrim was endless though.
I think there's like a campaign to it. I think, but like okay, maybe that's not a good idea. But like, I don't know, like Fallout 4 or something.
Yeah, Fallout has a story, but like, there's still.
I don't know. Think of something. Oh, think of how like. Think of like a Dark Souls game where like it's already hard enough, but you have to survive everything and you get into the last mission and then you finally fucking bite the dust. Game over. Restart game entirety.
Thank God for automatic checkpoints. Thank you. Jeez.
I might make that a video. Playing every COD campaign, but the moment I die, I restart. I have to play it until the very end on veteran.
Which one? Which Call of Duty?
All of them. I have to go through all of them.
Black Ops, I could barely make it past the airport and scene in the very beginning. Like I did it on veteran.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like but also I was playing it. I didn't play it long. I was like, fuck it, let's go veteran. And I made it like through like the airport scene, like right as the plane takes off, like right when you're like you finish the mission, I fucking die every time. I was like. And I just put the controller down. I was like, you know what? I'm done with it.
Freedom is for you, Mason.
Yeah.
Not for me, Rasnog.
No, not even that.
Eggnog.
No, I'm talking about Cuba. Bay of Pigs, man.
Oh, with the Castro shit?
Yes.
Fake Castro?
Yeah. Cheeky.
Cheeky bastard.
Oh, my God. Just.
Imagine you going through like...
Oh, dude, I remember, speaking of cussing at video games, there was one time I was playing NCAA, I want to say it was 11 or 12. I was playing as Alabama, of course.
No shit.
Yeah, no surprise there. I threw like 3 picks in one game. This was my novice.
I think I remember. God, this sounds familiar.
This novice. Yeah, because I think I came to school. But I was like, fuck this. And I started just going off on it. I threw the controller down. And my dad walked in. He's like, hey, I get it. You're into it. Lay back on the cuss. And I'm like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I was like, and once he showed up, I'm like, God damn. He's like, hey. I'm like, all right, I'm done. Oh, dude. Yeah, but I think I've only thrown a controller. Like that one controller. Like that was my throwing controller for a while. Like, but then when like
Imagine this.
After that year, I stopped because I was like, once you...
I have a story for you.
Yeah,
I have a story.
Shoot it.
Infamous Second Son. So the game's not that long. It really isn't that long. But the thing is, in order to get to platinum, you have to beat the game twice. One on one side, one on the other. So...
Oh, one like good and one bad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So I was on the bad side, and I remember my game corrupting at the very end of the game. I beat the game, but it was during the credits, and I don't get my trophy until after the credits.
Oh.
So it just halted, and then I got this random error, and I remember posting a video about it at the time, and everyone was like, yeah, I'm getting that error too. It says I have to completely restart the game from scratch. So I had to play that motherfucker 3 fucking times, and I got the platinum.
Yeah.
I mean, because I just steamrolled it. I just went. But I remember that game.
In the back of your mind.
I remember everything about that fucking game because I had to play that fucker 3 times for no reason.
That's what we're doing to those people when we should create a game that does that.
I just played Miles Morales, and I platinumed that.
That's probably not that hard.
It really isn't. It's just
Spider-Man wasn't hard. Like I got a fluke trophy at the very end that got me the platinum. Like we had like tie up like 10 people in a row or some shit like that. Like a combo type of deal. I don't know what it was. It was like a random trophy, and I got it. And I was like,
that was like the only trophy you had, like you had left.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah, it was like I know that's what threw me off too.
Usually it's like the bases or whatever that people usually have to finish.
Oh no, so I got that because I got aggravated with the bases one because I wanted to get the gold on everything. So I got that. So that's how I got that trophy first. Then it was like the combo. It was like you got to tie up 10 like a sling 10 people like. A combo of hitting them, and then I got it at the very end when you're fighting the Mr. Negative or whatever his name was, and I was like, the fuck, and then it was like platinum. I was like, that's it? That's all the trophies? What?
I have a platinum on 3 Spider-Man games. Fucking The Amazing Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man Miles Morales. I feel like if I don't platinum a Spider-Man game, I'm not a Spider-Man fan. There's a part of me that's like, I feel like a fucking failure. So like, I'm like, I will do everything I fucking can in my power.
You remember when we were trophy hunting?
I still kind of do. So every so often.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you outbeat me like a whole lot now. Yeah. Because remember, I had you in platinums for a while.
You did. I have 10 now.
Yeah, I still have 4. I stopped.
Damn.
I stopped.
You were like, I have 4. You have 2. Loser.
Yeah, I stopped after.
10.
Yeah, you fucking kicked my ass now. I stopped.
I think Blake's kicking all of our asses.
I think I have 5 now because that Spider-Man one. I got Wipeout. I had really 2 easy platinums, but I had them, so I was like.
I mean, I have easy platinums to the Telltale games. I mean, you just literally have to play the game and beat it, and that's how.
Oh yeah. I see. I didn't play the Telltale one on. I played on the iPhone though.
Oh, okay.
The Walking Dead one.
I still need to finish the Walking Dead ones. I think I finished 1 and 2. I didn't finish 3. So I
what? There's 2 seasons after that?
Yeah,
See, I only played the first season.
There's 2, which is just as I wouldn't say it's still really fucking good. And 3, I don't know anything about.
Okay.
But I think there might be a 4th one too. But yeah, there might be a 4th. Holy shit!
Didn't they go under too? Telltale?
They came. I think they got bought. They got bought back. And when they got bought back, they said the first thing that they're doing is they're going to be doing new Batman stuff because the Batman Telltale game
season 1 was great. I love
season 2 was also great. Oh my God.
I didn't know about season
with Joker.
Okay. See, because season 1, I mean, you kind of I get them like they're like, hey, you get your own choices, but at the same time, it's like if you pick one, you're gonna get the other eventually. Like it's gonna eventually come back around.
Not always. So, yes, and
no.
For
some of them, it was
a lot of the outlooks do change.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're good, buddy.
Okay.
Hit that hour.
That's pretty good.
All right, we finished our beer.
Boom. Hell yeah.
Later, fuckers.
See you guys.